Hello everyone, my name is HardiDesai and I am currently a third year undergrad in the Department of Chemical Engineering. I have been a part of Team Shinya since the beginning of my second year, and simultaneously I was convener at Energy Club. In my third year, I served as an Institute Energy Secretary.
Now, your motivation for contesting for the position.
Sure. So I think ITC is the only body in the entire institute that enables students to explore the plethora of opportunities that are present. Uh, in in the 4 years that students spend here, ITC will have contributed something at least once in this 4 years. So being a part of such a reputed and so. Uh, Making such a fundamental positive change in everybody's life is what my primary motivation is.
You can move on to your vision for the tenure.
Okay. So IITB is already making headlines left, right, and center with our technical achievements. We are the primary institution that everybody in the country looks up to. So while I feel extremely confident in the current ecosystem, I feel there are two major areas where we can have more improvement. Firstly, there should be more industry alignment. Many students, when they take up any project in the institute, they have very limited scope in their mind, and I feel these are actually projects that can be converted into full-fledged careers. So we can bridge this gap by ensuring that students see the opportunities that exist beyond these projects. This can be done by bringing in more industry partners who will be more than excited to work with us. We need to also cater to students' entrepreneurial ambitions as well as projects that are solving any societal problems. And secondly, striving to continuously up our game by participating in more and more competitions internationally, measuring ourselves against the global best, and engaging with teams with the top minds of the world.
About the manifesto point on establishing branches of IEEE societies, how will you establish them and who all will be a part of these societies?
Okay, so the way that IEEE societies work is that we need to first have an IITB student branch that we already have under Professor Sandeep Anand of Electrical Department. So with their help, we'll have to go through an application process for the domains that I'm proposing, and after we get accepted, we will have access to their resources and networking opportunities. So ITC as a body will be registered in these societies, and through that we will have access to every associated member.
Also, what is the intent behind this, given that they also need to conduct a minimum number of events each year to remain active? So what all are you planning to do with the societies?
Okay, so the way it goes with IEEE societies is that a society just gives access to research papers and other resources. You need not have to conduct a particular number of events. That is the duty of a IITB student branch, and that is not under our purview. So.
Okay, the next question is about setting up an accessible GPU cluster. So how big will this cluster be, and where are you planning to establish it?
So during the last 10 years, when we felt the need to establish a GPU cluster for student projects, we already have proposed an order for 5 GPUs, and along with that 5 computers to be set up in the DESE department. We are in talks with Professor Suneet Singh, HOD Energy Department, who is very positive about allotting us a space. So yeah, in the DSE department.
Also, will it be accessible to all?
Since there are many misuses that a student can do with these GPUs, so we will have a process where if you want to access the GPUs, you'll have to propose an abstract on what you're planning to do, and the WNCC will take care of who will actually get access to the cluster.
Okay. About the point on encouraging formation of teams for Olympiads, how will you encourage the formation of teams as a GSEC?
Okay, so the way that current tenure has seen external competition participation, so as a GSEC, you provide the resources that are needed and you come up with the opportunities. So the very first thing to do is, for example, let's see IQC, which is the quant competition. So this year around, as my what my duty would be is to have established the quant community, and thereafter having members, providing them resources to go further.
Okay. About the point on tech discussion forum, given that there already exists so many resources and groups for internships and tech resources, how do you plan to make this forum different? And also, how will you draw traction on it?
Okay, so the the objective behind tech discussion forum is not just to have open discussions on the resources, but also it will act as an accountability forum. To make it more engaging, we will so every club already posts a certain number of blogs on their website or on their social media, wherein they talk about the internship experiences in their domain. So basically redirecting that to the tech discussion forum will serve both the purpose, one of keeping it engaging, and secondly to have more reach of those blogs. And thirdly, the tech discussion forum, as I mentioned, is also an accountability forum, so as I personally mentioned, so yeah.
Also, have you spoken to DEFCON and other authorities about the setting?
Yeah, so I have spoken to the current DEPCOM OCs, and they are very enthusiastic about it, and this is a type of project which will be implemented in the beginning of the tenure itself. Hardly will take a month.
Okay. About the point on pushing for post-entirety relationship with companies, have you discussed it with the companies that were involved in Tech Meet this year? And also, given that they have the structured internship programs, will they recruit people laterally, or what do you plan to do with it?
Okay, so there is very strong sentiment about establishing post-inter-IT relationships. Firstly, because they already know the type of work that teams are doing, and secondly, they also don't have to go through an intensive process of going through the IITB, PT cell, etc. So from both the ends, there is a need to do this, and I spoke to the current inter-IT OC from IIT Madras, and since they cannot share contacts of companies, but informally when we were there at IIT Madras during inter-IT, we talked to the companies and saw a positive sentiment about this.
Okay. About the point on procuring advanced budget for ITSP projects, given that budget requirements can overshoot significantly over the course of a project, uh, how are you going to sort out the feasibility of this, and also have you discussed it with the administration?
Okay, so to answer the first part of your question, the expected team-wise expenses will be asked after the review meet one, and not just after they submit their initial abstract. So after the review meet one, which is normally 20 to 30 days after the project begins, the teams will have a much better idea of what their expenses are going to be. So there is very less probability that the budget will overshoot. And the second part, yes, I have talked to the administration, the current admin nominee, and this is feasible in his respect.
Alright. We can move on to the measures you will take to ensure your accountability as a general secretary.
Sure. So I think as a student representative, it is very important that you are held accountable for your actions, for your decisions, and implementing ways that you be proactive in receiving feedback and receiving criticism for all of your actions is very important. So as I already mentioned, the tech discussion forum will act two ways, as a as an open platform for discussion, and also as an accountability forum where people can ask questions about the decisions that we make as a council, or feedback for a particular event or a particular initiative. And apart from that, any questions pertaining to any decision or any general suggestions would also be welcome. And of course, apart from this, there will be work reports and there will be general body meetings to keep us accountable at the end of tenure.
Okay. You can go ahead with your closing statement.
Okay. So IITB has a very booming tech culture, and we have access to resources that very others in the country have. So we need to make full use of these resources, not just when we are in IITB during our 4 to 5 years, but during our lifetime as well. So talk about the facilities we have, such as research park, the alumni connections we have. So I feel very privileged and honored to serve in such an institute, and particularly at ITC. So yeah, I would be privileged to have this opportunity.